Let me take the other problem in the same projection of points. I will read the problem, just try to understand what has been given here. Draw the projections of a point R which is at a distance of 30 mm below horizontal plane and 20 mm behind the vertical plane. So every time as per the given the information, first thing you have to identify the which quadrant it has been given. So as per the information given here, 30 mm below the horizontal plane and 20 mm behind the vertical plane. So let us just try to understand the concepts until that one. We can consider a horizontal plane and just exactly a vertical plane. Now as per the point position, I can consider 30 mm below you have to come and 20 mm behind you have to come. So let I may point out as per the condition. So what the condition as per one? It is 30 mm below horizontal plane. At the same time, it is 20 mm behind vertical plane. Always the view directions are standard. You have to think, you have to stand at the right side and you have to view from the top. This is only the standard direction advised to follow. So whenever standing in this one, there is the behind the vertical plane you are getting. When you are view from the top, it is the below of the horizontal plane. The same thing here. As I earlier we discussed, so without, if you are getting this one, I am just projecting on that one to get the front view. I am getting the projection so that get the top view. So being the point mentioned as R, the front view is the projection on the vertical plane. I can consider R dash. The top view is the projection on the horizontal plane. This is the R. So now this one, how much distance you are able to get the projection? The same behind of the vertical plane, how much you are having? The same you are getting as the 20 mm. I will get the respective top view. At the same time, compared to the reference plane, I will get this is the 30 mm below, will get the front view. So already we discussed a fundamental concept. The front view is always the projection on the vertical plane. It is the details of horizontal plane. The top view is the projection on the horizontal plane. It is the details of the vertical plane. So after projecting what you are used to normal standard practice, we have to just rotate the horizontal plane 90 degrees in clockwise direction. So by that what happens, this entire plane comes exactly above that one. When you are getting the projected view also getting on that one, so if you are viewing that one, both will be appears on a same line. So this view as the solution you have to represent. So this is the actual phenomena you have to understand and imagine until you are getting the fundamental concepts to be read in. So otherwise, based on the fundamental concept, directly I can draw the solution. So what I need, you have to draw the XY reference line. So as per our third angle projection, this is we are placing the object in the third quadrant, mean it is a third angle projection. So whenever the third quadrant projection, you have to identify above this XY reference line which plane comes. Being here, horizontal plane is rotated. This is the area of horizontal plane. Just below you are considering as the vertical plane. This is the vertical plane. So now come to the fundamental concepts. On the horizontal plane, you are getting the top view only. Once you are speaking the top view, you have to consider details of vertical plane. Now read the problem what the vertical plane details we are having. A distance of 30 mm below horizontal plane, 20 mm behind the vertical plane, mean the vertical plane details you have to place here. Just measure 20 mm and mark the respective front view. We know that front view, top view always in a same line. So based on that concept, so once you have drawn the top view, draw a reference line so that you can align. Why? Because front view, top view always aligned vertically. So now you have to choose the what the another position. Vertical plane position is nothing but front view. Front view is the details of horizontal plane. So now come the problem, horizontal plane details what has. Being it is a 30 mm below horizontal plane, from the XY measure 30 mm and just draw the top view. Being the top view, we are identifying the lower letters. After that, just support, so whatever the dimension here. Now this one is the details of vertical plane. So 20 mm you have to draw. In the same line of dimension, you have to draw other dimension. Being it is the front view is the details of horizontal plane. Always keep in mind, top view is the details of vertical plane, whereas the front view is the details of horizontal plane. Being it is a 30 mm, you have to mark 30 mm. You can write here front view and this is the top view. So like that, even without that imagination also, you are able to present when you have just nurtured all the fundamentals. So directly based on the fundamentals, we can find the solution. We'll discuss other problem in the other different quadrant. Just I will read out, let you what has been given, observe. Draw the projections of a point S, which is at a distance of 30 mm below the horizontal plane and 20 mm in front of the vertical plane. Once it is you are observing by the reading itself, you have to try to justice the problem with which respective coordinate it has been given. So as per the condition, below HP and in front of VP, so which it could be. So for that one, you can easily just draw a plus line nearby to that your sheet. So we know that this is the vertical plane, this is also vertical plane, this horizontal plane, this horizontal plane. The relative positions, if you are understood the problem that much easy, you can get it. So in this one, what has been given, the 30 mm below the HP mean this area, in front of the vertical, below mean here is the below HP, here is the below HP. So which one we consider, either this one, this one. So for that, make the other reference. What the other reference? It is the 20 mm in front of VP given. So 20 mm in front of VP mean you are fixing the point position is here. So once you are fixing, it is a fourth quadrant. So just I can may represent the same, it one has a horizontal plane and this has the vertical plane. This is the fourth quadrant representation. So now think of the point position. So what the S point is given 30 mm below and 20 mm in front. I can fix this as a point S. So which is at a distance of 30 mm and which is at a distance of 20 mm. So now by this one, we have to project. So once you are projecting onto the vertical plane, this vertical projection is nothing but front view. If you are projected on the horizontal plane projection is nothing but top view. So once you are getting the projection, I may rotate in which direction? This entire is the quadrants. So entire the quadrants, you have to rotate it standard practice 90 degrees in clockwise direction. So which is the clockwise direction? This is the clockwise direction motion. When you are getting this one, this entire plane will be comes down. This entire plane will be and merges with the same as the vertical plane. So when it is coming, this point also comes and merges. So which is somewhere. So that's why whenever you are fourth quadrant, you should identify what the place of the respective planes. So once you identify the respective planes, you can just draw the solution very conveniently. So for that one, same representation I may consider XY reference line. As you are evidented, so what the problem have fourth quadrant? Horizontal, vertical plane, anyhow you are down. So this is the vertical plane. So once you are rotating 90 degrees in clockwise direction, this horizontal also comes and occupies just by overlapping the vertical plane. So that means our front view as well as the horizontal plane. So both will be comes on the same side. So when you are coming to the projection, the same theory you have to apply. Let I want to draw the vertical plane projection. What the vertical plane projection we discussed, it has a always front view. Once you are decided to draw the front view, what you have to keep in mind? Front view is the details of horizontal plane. So now read the horizontal plane details. It is clearly given 30 mm. So measure 30 mm and mark the point. Since it is a front view, it should be S dash. This should be at a distance of 30 mm. Next, same, we know that front view, top view always in the same line, so that in the same alignment, I have to draw on the line other view. So what the other view to be proceeded? HP projection. HP projection is nothing but top view. Once you decided to draw top view, you have to consider the details of vertical plane. So what the vertical plane details we are having? 20 mm in front. Being both are coming on the both side, you are measure in the same direction, a distance of 20 mm. I can mark this as a top view. So now show the dimension, this is of 20 mm. So like that, this is the part of you have to keep in mind imagination. If you are just master to identify the fundamental concept, I can without this part also, I can draw the solutions directly. So we'll discuss just 2 or 3 problems about the points so that you can just familiar more confidently, you can apply the techniques to practice.